For the record, most dominoes set up and toppled in 1 hour by a robot. If you do 20 times 15, that's 300. So every time you see the domino go down and set a tile of dominoes, that's 300 dominoes. Okay, so as long as there's 300 and there's none falling or missing here, it looks good. So that's plus 300. In 7 seconds, it's gonna communicate with the shell, and then it's gonna knock those down. So if there's any not knocked down, we'll subtract it. Here it goes. Okay, and 45 seconds left, and a bit of a gut punch here. So you can see that's 2 full tiles. So that's minus 600. That gives us a total of 6,141 dominoes set up and toppled by a robot in 1 hour.
私が開発したこのホルフェイスで初の卓球ロボット、コーチングロボットとしてギネス世界記録を取得いたしました。3年目のバージョンですと人工知能をこのホルフェイスに搭載しました。人工知能を使って卓球のうまい下手っていうのを見抜けるようになったんですけれども、それを実現する上でたくさんの苦労がありました。ホルフェイスには2つのビジョンセンサーと1つのモーションセンサーがついていまして、ビジョンセンサーでボールの球の動きというのを見ています。でモーションセンサーで人の体の動きを見ています。もう一つロボットのコントローラーがあるんですけれども、そのコントローラーは1秒間に1000回、1000分の1秒のスピードでロボットの制御を細かく行っています。私自身もホルフェイスと卓球をすることによって非常に卓球が上手くなりまして、非常にコーチングロボットとしてうまく作れたなと思いました。
I was on a television advert one day for Jim Henson's Creature Shop, and I was bored on set, and I just thought, there wasn't much to do, and I started to think about walking machines again, and I've never built one, so I thought maybe give it a go. And it started there, and I started building small machines about so big, hexapods, so 6 legs, and eventually I built about 20 odd machines of varying size and different approaches to them. Then I got approached by a company that had seen a YouTube video of my hexapods in action. Basically, I got some investment to build a 2-ton machine to see what the issues would be and whether we could commercialise that side of things, but also as a creative engineering project at the same time. A simple breakdown of how it works is you have a diesel engine, which is the power plant. That's connected to a hydraulic pump which supplies hydraulic fluid around the system. On each leg there are 3 actuators, hydraulic actuators that move each joint of the leg. And then basically a computer monitors the position of each leg, of each joint. And that information is fed back to a central computer, and that computer knows how to move the legs in a gate, so that in a sequence. So I don't have to think about that. In the operator, all I have to do is push forwards on a joystick, and the computer commands the legs into position, and hopefully it never trips up. Yeah, I mean, the Mantis was both high point and a low point, to be honest. It was a dream project, but it was a really difficult build, and I knew very little about hydraulics when I started this project, and this is a really complex hydraulic machine. So that was a huge learning curve, which I found fascinating, but there was massive low points in it as well, because it didn't always go right. A lot of the time I was working on my own, so everything that went wrong I had to fix. There's no one else I could just go, oh, maybe you could sort that out for me. I had to do it. And then since then, I guess the high point for me was probably working on Star Wars Episode 7, because as a kid I loved Star Wars, and Star Wars was part of the reason I got fascinated in walking machines, so it's kind of come full circle.
This little fella also has speed. In fact, it currently holds the record for the world's fastest humanoid robot, running at speeds of up to 5 miles per hour. Okay, Asimo. 3, 2, 1. And he's off. Look at that! I don't know about you, but I have to see that again. It's taken years to get robots to even move, and this one's running like a human. It's a regular Usain nuts and bolts.
That's all from you, but I look forward to demonstrating some new skills next time we meet.
Most consecutive basketball free throws by a humanoid robot assisted. 3, 2, 1, go!
Q3 は2019年の4月10日にデビューしたんですが、投球飛距離をさらに伸ばしてセンターサークルから投げれるようにしたのと、左手でボールを持てるようになりました。このロボットは各軸に小型のモーターが入ってまして、胸についているカメラでゴールの位置と距離を捉えまして、でそれに合わせて距離に応じた形で人工知能で学習した投球動作でボールを投げることができます。ギネス世界記録に挑戦することが決まり、実際やらせてもらうとこんなに緊張するんだなというのに自分たちが今びっくりしてます。やっぱりプレッシャーの大きさみたいなものはやってみないとわからなかったことですし、今回もし記録が達成できれば、それをきっかけに少しでもバスケットボール、日本のバスケットボールを興味持ってくれる人が増えてもらえればいいなというふうに思っています。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
You are officially amazing.
今回このモノノフを作るにあたりまして、初めは5、6メーターということで想定してたんですが、ちょっとそのデザイン的に人が乗り込んで操縦するというところから、ちょっと、その高さでは、人が乗り込んでも狭いんじゃないかということで、このシャッターの高さが7メートルぐらいだったんですが、7メートルでも考えたんですけど、それでもやっぱりデザイン的にいまいちだったので、このシャッターが出れないということをですね、社長に相談したらですね、もうシャッターは気にしなくていいということで、この倉庫の高さに合わせてモノノフを作りました。基本的にはこれはコンピューターを介在して全て動いていますので、やっぱりその人が乗って動かすということでのコックピットのスペースと、そのバランスですかね、全体の腕の長さとか足の長さ、胴の大きさに対してですね、そういうことを考えたらこの高さになりました。
You're officially amazing. おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
This is called a Rewalk Exoskeleton suit, and it's the only suit in the world that can climb stairs. So it can go up and down stairs, which is insane. Thinking you're paralysed and not you're just walking, but you can climb stairs as well. And it's all controlled via the watch. So it would mimic how you would walk. So to activate the suit, it would lean to the left, and that would then activate the right foot. So then obviously when the right foot then lift up and put down, you then lean on the right hip, it would then lift your left foot, and then so on. It's a feeling of transferring from the wheelchair, from being 2 foot tall, to then transferring into here with a click of a button. I'm standing up and I'm 6 foot again, and then just walking off, and it's incredible. So came, brought it to my house, tried it on, walked out in my garden for the first time, and walked on grass for the first time in 4 years in my own garden, which seems such a small thing, but it was amazing. I was like, oh, I'm walking on grass, it was great. And then 7 months after that, I walked over the finish line at a marathon. I wanted to do the challenge because I wanted to prove that there's no such thing as can't. So the hardest point for me was like the last 3 miles of the race, because it was your brain was then taking over, saying you're not going to be able to do this. You're going to let people down, people who sponsored you, you're going to fail, and it was constantly going through your head thinking like, well, am I actually going to finish this? And I was walking and walking and walking. I kept asking, how much further, how much further? And they said 1 mile. So I was like, you said that an hour ago, Until I got up towards the Buckingham Palace near Pall Mall, and there was so many people there screaming, because I didn't organise the finish line, the Brain Tumour charity did, because we had to get a licence to have our own finish line there, because the original one was taken down. So I didn't know who was going to be there, if the camera crew was going to be there, any photographers, film crew, anything, or any of my supporters. I didn't know my dad was going to be there, so he surprised me, saw my sister and my auntie and uncle and stuff, so that was just like dying inside. It was so emotional, and knowing that I've beat the demons in my head telling me that, you're not going to finish, you're not going to do it. Crossing that finish line was just, to put it into words, I don't know if I can. It was something that I never thought that I would do, because even when I was able-bodied, if you'd have told me I was going to complete a marathon, I'd be like, you're crazy.
大きくお送りください。